Welcome to Megazord Radio, the weekly, apparently not weekly show anymore. We talk about Power Rangers by week's basis. Sorry for that, guys. I went on a trip and couldn't record, and then Riely had his family over, if I remember right.
Yeah, we probably could have done one last week if I really tried, but
Nah.
Because
the day that we were supposed to record, I hit a mental rut, and no.
Yeah, you were supposed to do half the notes for me, but then you fucking descended into madness and didn't finish them. So
I'm sorry, but yeah, the mental fucking rut of me not getting my tattoo when I was supposed to get it because I collapsed and about busted my head open kind of took a little bit more out of me than I expected it to.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Good times.
That is still
We're had
me.
by all.
That is still fucking affecting me. But I can record.
Pro Royalty's in his dark-sided arc right now, but he's still here to talk about Power Rangers for the masses.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened and why we've been gone 2 weeks. So I'm very sorry, but I'm not really sorry because mental health is more important than a podcast.
Well, nothing is more important than a podcast, Pro Royalty. How silly of you. But we're here. We're doing the thing. We're fucking doing Power Rangers, such a great franchise that we all love and care for.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to turn off my AC because I know you can hear it. I just know it. I can feel it in my heart and soul. Maybe you can't hear it, then they can't hear it. But,
yeah.
Because hopefully. So we'll see what happens. So, Crow, you want to tell us a little bit about Power Rangers Episode 11, No Clowning Around?
Yes, I in fact do.
Why don't you pull up the wiki, because you forgot about this part.
Yeah, I did. I knew it in the notes that I was taking and forgot to put it on my tab. I'm glad that this episode has such a unique name to it because that just saved me so much time looking for this.
What episode does not have a unique name? What episode would you look up and it would be confused with some other Power Rangers? I don't think any two Power Rangers episode have ever had the same name.
The troll one. The troll.
For whom the bell trolls?
Last week. Yeah. That's because stupid autocorrect.
Yeah.
Remember it kept giving me that fucking Metallica song?
You made it sound like you were actually putting the correct term in the search bar and it gave you that. And I was like, I do not believe you.
I thought I was. I didn't realize I was putting in something wrong. Anyway, so episode 11 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, No Clowning Around, originally aired on September 17th of 1993 and then re-aired on March 27th of 2010. It is written by Mark Hoffmeyer and directed by Adrian Carr. God damn it, get your ass in turbo.
Aha, because it's Carr. Aha. I don't think Adrian Carr makes it to Turbo. I think he's a season 1 director.
I know, and that sucks.
If only they should have called him up. They said, "Hey, Adrian, we got the perfect season for you, okay?"
Exactly, the first part.
I know you haven't directed in a while, but come on.
We need you here for at least one episode, man.
We need Adrian Carr for the Carr season.
Hold up, I want to check. This is one of... Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, let me check something. This is one of only 4 episodes that he has directed.
Yes, I know. I know.
All of the other 4.
Oh, is this the last we see of Adrian Carr?
Yeah, this is the last we see of Adrian Carr. He did Day of the Dumpster, High Five. He did Day of the Dumpster, High Five, Oppressing Engagement, and No Clowning Around.
Okay. I mean, he did Day of the Dumpster and
Pretty
High Five, which
decent.
We liked.
I think we liked Oppressing Engagement.
Different Drum and Happy Birthday Zach were by the same guy, right? What does he do in the future? Is he long for this world?
Let me check, because that I don't know.
Those are some damn good
Jeff
episodes.
Rayner.
Jeff Rayner.
That's Jeff Rayner.
Does he do anything else?
And he is literally only on different drum
and Happy Birthday, Zach. Oh, wait.
And switching places is the only thing he's credited with, but he does also have Happy Birthday.
Maybe it's the same writer, then, not the same director.
Stuart St. John. Holy shit. Okay.
Stuart St. John writes a lot, I think.
Stuart St. John. Fuck, I can't read this because it's the pun that I cannot say.
Wait, what pun?
The pun that is the bane to my existence, apparently.
If Power Rangers made a pun, then you gotta say it.
I know, it's I.
Oh, he did I guy? Okay.
He did For Whom the Bell Trolls, Happy Birthday Zach, Green with Evil, The Trouble with Shell Shock. That should have been a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover.
We didn't do different.
He did The Green Candle, Doomsday, Rita's Seed of Evil, Reign of the Jellyfish.
I don't care what else he did. It's in order, so I know he didn't do different drama.
He did The Green Dream, Green No More.
Wow, he wrote the best episode in the series. Good for him.
He also did Found and Lost, and Where in the World is Zeo Ranger 5?
What the fuck is Found and Lost? Is that a Zeo episode?
Yeah, it's a Zeo episode.
Okay, you said Found and Lost, and I'm like, I know there's a Mighty Morphin episode called Scavenger Hunt, but what is Found and Lost?
He did not do this one. He did do Scavenger Hunt.
Oh, he did do Scavenger Hunt. Look at him.
So that makes sense on why he did this one as well.
But anyway, enough about. I could have sworn.
This guy doesn't make
I could have sworn there was a repeat credit between Happy Birthday Zach and Different Drum, but I guess I was wrong. Anyway,
after credits, obviously.
Please improve and grow as a person.
On another note, just to get some of the writing credits out, Mark Hoffmeyer made it all the way to SPD.
Holy shit! Does he have a big gap somewhere that he came back, or is it like consistent?
The gap is from between Turbo and Ninja Storm.
Okay, so he was a writer in the Zordon era, and they got him back for the Disney stuff. Okay.
I'm not necessarily mad at that because the Turbo Ranger episode he did was Shadow Rangers,
which is, it's an alright episode.
If I remember that, I like that episode. But then in Ninja Storm he did. But then in the in Ninja Storm he did Beauty and the Beach, Snippet Good.
Both good episodes, if I remember right.
Snippet Good sounds like a circumcision joke.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Crow. There's a lot of things that can be snipped.
He did Boxing Bopperoo.
Everything is snippable if you try hard enough.
Including penises?
I mean, true. Including but not limited to penises, yes.
He did The Samurai's Journey, Sensei Switcheroo, Shane's Karma. Your favorite Ninja Storm episode, if I remember right.
Yes, the Shane's Karma is my favorite episode of Ninja Storm.
And then in Dino Thunder, he did It's a Mad Mackerel. And then his only SPD credit is Abridged. His only SPD credit is Abridged.
Abridged is the episode where Bridge catches that plant monster with the water ability, I think.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
That is a good episode, if it is the one I'm thinking of.
He does a decent amount of good episodes in fucking season 1 or in Mighty Morphin.
I'm surprised. I don't remember hearing a lot of names that we hear later in season 1 specifically. I feel like a lot of those staff members were gone pretty early. So I guess it's interesting to see that this Mark Hoffmeyer man makes it pretty far. When does Judd Lynn start? Is that this season, or is that not until 2 or 3?
I do not know. I'm curious now, though.
I know Jackie starts in season 3. The GOAT Power Rangers writer Jackie Marchand, I believe, makes her introduction in season 3. Although I think Jackie Marchand might have wrote the worst episode of Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers.
Holy shit.
And if that's true, I'm sad.
Holy shit. He starts in Mighty Morphin and ends up all the way at Beast Morphers. God damn.
I know that. Judd Lynn is prolific, but I don't know when he starts.
His first episode is Welcome to Venus Island,
which is a season 2 episode. Okay.
He also wrote The Power Transfer, which I damn good.
He also wrote like literally every episode of Time Force.
And In Space.
Really?
And Lost Galaxy. And Lightspeed Rescue.
Maybe almost every episode on those, but not every.
It's a fuck ton of them. I can tell you that.
No, but Time Force, he has literally written every episode. Most of them he co-writes with Jackie. Literally every episode. 38 out of like 40 episodes are written by Judd Lynn and Jackie Marchand, and the other 2 are written by just Judd Lynn. Jackie took some time off, but Judd wrote every episode. But anyway,
shit.
Folks.
Oh shit.
What?
He wrote the best episode of fucking Jungle Fury.
That doesn't shock me. What episode did he write? What's the best episode of Jungle Fury?
If I remember right, it's one of these 2. I tried to make sure I remember them both correctly. But he wrote Last Second Chance, and then it was Friends Don't Fade Away.
The fuck is Second Chance?
Or One Last Second Chance.
One Last
Second
Chance.
That was the one with the really big fight with all of the like actual Rangers in it. That's the only thing I remember from it.
Well, like all of them, including Camille and Jared. Is it near the end? Or?
No, except for those 2.
Okay.
It was like prior to the final fight. I do know this. It was episode 16.
Okay.
And then Friends Don't Fade Away. Wait,
that's Werewolf RJ episode, right? Friends Don't Fade Away.
Yes, the best episode of Jungle Fury.
I mean, the best episode of Jungle Fury is Ghost of a Chance.
What?
Yeah, the 2-parter where they go to the Ghost Realm.
I'm trying to remember that episode because I'm blanking on it because I don't remember what.
The 2-parter where they go to the Ghost Realm and they get their penguin and monkey and whatever the fuck Theo had swords.
Fucking gazelle, but they fucked it up and called it an antelope.
Oh my god, shut up. You fucking nerd.
No. I am a nerd.
You fucking
I knew
geeko.
This as a kid too. I did this as a kid too. Like I knew it was a fucking gazelle and they're like calling it an antelope.
I can't handle how much of a nerd you are sometimes. You're also the type of nerd to just like talk about nerd shit anywhere with no inclination for who you're around. Like, when you just start, like, referencing Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger with no context and Issue Crew General, and I'm like, oh my god.
Did you see what GIF I accompanied with that bit, too, though?
I saw it, but I didn't really take it in, because
That's the GIF of the 6th Ranger of Lupat going out to get cake from Paris in his train.
I was frustrated about your cringe. I had to apologize for the behavior of you, my sidekick. 100% true. You are my sidekick.
You background character looking ass.
Listen, I'm the main character of the Riely Cinematic Universe, and you have the distinct honor of being my sidekick in the Riely Cinematic Universe. You should be honored by this.
I have the fucking D story with my own spin-off that's not doing too well at the moment.
Is that Megazord Radio? That's the spin-off that's not doing too well.
Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly.
I don't know if there's a single human being other than us who has finished an episode of this podcast.
Exactly. We're running out of budget.
Oh no! We're gonna get canceled by the network.
We're gonna get canceled by
the network that I own.
Off the streaming service. We're gonna get taken off the streaming service.
No, can't be.
Well, the fact that we haven't even gotten started on this, I just got sidetracked.
So speaking of Power Rangers, let's fucking talk about goddamn no clowning around. All right, it's very integral that we speak of this episode.
It is very integral because that is literally the first part of this podcast.
True. All true. So we started a fair or a carnival. They kind of interchange what they call it throughout the
You
throughout the
you
thing.
forgot a very integral part of the plot already. The intro play.
Oh yeah, I forgot you wrote that down on your notes, and I was like, "Why the fuck did you write that down?" It happens every time. I'm gonna start writing that down in my notes in Turbo when there's cold opens. But in the current era, the theme song is at the same place every time. There's no need to write it down.
Nah, I did that just out of instinct because I remember taking notes on something that had cold opens one day for some reason, and it was just like, oh, the intro plays. Got to put that down.
Yeah, of course, of course. So there's kids around. They're having fun on all these fancy rides. Jason, Kim, Billy, and Zach are there. Zach's walking on some stilts. He's showing off his stilt walking ability. Jason cheers him on. He's pretty good at this.
I have so many questions.
Such as?
Why is Zach on stilts?
Because they're at the fair carnival having fun.
What fair carnival lets someone else walk around on stilts that's not paid and trained? There better be a waiver
nice
that he
Listen,
signed.
it was the 90s. There were less like legalese involved.
There better have been some kind of waiver.
These fun teenagers just wanted to try the stilts, and the clowns are like, "Fuck it, why not?"
This is something that they needed a waiver to sign and parent permission.
Not in 1993, they didn't. So Jason cheers Zach on. He's like, "Yeah, man, you're doing it." And Kim's like, "Oh my god, I could never do that. The only thing I can balance is a shopping bag."
Kimberly,
she's turned up the Valley Girl today, just a little bit, just a
Kimberly,
little.
question.
She turned her Valley Girl dial up just like 2 or 3 notches.
Kimberly, I have a question
I'm into
for
it.
you.
Sure, what's the question for
Are
Kimberly?
you not a fucking acrobat?
You know what she means. She's not saying that she can't balance herself. She's saying she can't balance other things.
But still, my point stands. Are you not a fucking acrobat?
That's true. I guess stilts does involve actively, like, you balancing on something, which Kimberly should be very capable of doing. But, you know, life goes on. Billy tells Zach to keep his center of gravity correctly proportioned.
Hold on, my mom's calling.
God damn it.
Hold on, fuck, my mom's calling. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Now I gotta go do shit.
I was literally just about to text you to keep updates to DMs so I don't have to do fucking cutting out.
I know. I was gonna mute in just a second. Just fuck.
God damn it, Crow Royal. I asked you if you were ready. I asked if there were going to be
I thought
any
I
problems.
was. I wasn't expecting to get a phone call telling me to go get the stuff ready to make fucking spaghetti at 9 o'clock at night. You act like I expected that.
You need to tell your mom no more.
I do, but she's also trying to feed children that need to eat.
Well, they should have eaten already.
They should have, because I know that they feed them. Because I've been to said vacation Bible school.
Yeah, they feed them. They've already eaten. Tell them to fuck off.
Apparently not. Apparently none of them ate. It's not like I just went and got Chinese food for everybody that they could eat.
I'm so mad right now.
I am too.
Why are we talking about... First of all, why are we still talking about this on air? Now I have to fucking cut out shit. God damn it.
You really don't. This sounds like regular things that people talk about.
Not on fucking Power Rangers podcast, it doesn't. This is not Spaghetti Cast. This is not Stand Up Against Authority cast. It's fucking Megazord Radio.
We should make a Stand Up Against Authority cast.
Stand Up Against Authority Radio.
Anyway, I'll be right back.
Okay. Now that Crow Royalty is exited, I can tell you all in confidence, listeners of Megazord Radio, that I am taking applications for a new co-host. This isn't really working out. Crow Royalty, he's not up to snuff. He's not performing to standard. he's not up to Los Pollos Hermanos standards. So, new co-host accepted. Send in your applications. I expect a resume. I expect 10 years of experience. No, I don't expect any of that, actually. And any old schmuck will do. Anybody will be better than
Fuck you.
Stop. Next time you hear something in this podcast, it'll be about fucking Power Rangers, okay? I promise, listeners.
Okay. I'm back. Hopefully.
The re-entry of Crow Royalty, just full of roboting and noise. Just a great
Riely,
re-entry into a podcast.
can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. All right, let's talk about Power Rangers right now.
Okay.
I made a promise. I intend to keep it. So
Also, fuck you for that.
no.
Yeah, I heard all of that. Fuck you.
Oh, you're cutting out bad. You're cutting out bad, my friend.
Riely,
Yes.
fuck you
Fuck you too.
for that.
So anyway,
Jack is
Billy
on
Nerd
Zach
speaks
is
at
on
Zach.
stilt.
Billy Nerd speaks at Zach, tells him to keep his center of gravity correctly proportioned. And Zach's like, hey, check this out. And he starts dancing on the stilts. Everybody's chuckling. He does okay for a minute, but eventually he does fall. Jason catches him. And then
Side note.
uh-huh.
Gay.
What? Why didn't you wait until after I said it?
I don't know. I forgot what came next. I thought the catching part was the gay part.
Oh my god, that's not even half the gay Crow Royalty.
Oh no. Oh no. Say the thing.
Jason catches Zach, and Zach mockingly says, "Oh, my big strong hero," and then actually kisses him on the cheek.
Gay.
Jason
Sorry, that
backs
made the
off.
joke funnier.
Jason backs off. He's not like offended or anything. There's not gay panic behind it, but he does back off. He's like, "Come on, man, get up."
No, there's gay panic behind it. He just hides his gay panic well.
He keeps his gay panic to a minimum.
He keeps his gay panic to a minimum.
Gay slight distress.
This Zach and Jason, because this is what, the fifth time
The fifth time that what?
that they've done something gay secretly.
I don't recall any other gay actions.
I know there was at least two.
What were they?
There was one, they did something like small that I caught on to, and I remember saying something about it, but I don't remember what it is exactly. And then there's this time.
I feel like Zach, unfortunately, is aggressively straight.
No, that's Adam.
They're just comfortable with their sexuality enough that Zach can give Jason a big old kiss, and it's not weird.
It's still weird. It's just not portrayed.
Listen, if you can't kiss the homies on the cheek, then what are you even doing here?
That's like tucking the homies goodnight.
Exactly. Not even gay.
But with the socks on.
Oh shit, that's gay though.
If you got the socks on.
I'm pretty sure Jason and Zach were both wearing socks in this scene, so it's okay. We're good.
No. If they're not wearing socks, that's gay.
Yes.
You gotta do it with socks on, and then it's not gay.
That's what I said. I said Jason and Zach were both wearing socks, I think, so they're good. They're not gay.
You think?
So anyway, the kids
Zach
are just
was
having
wearing whole ass extra shoes, man.
True. The kids are just having fun today. Okay, I'm into this. I'm having a good time. Billy's like, "Oh, Zach, you've overexerted yourself." As he and a random clown help remove the stilts so that Zach can stand up. And then Kim's like, "Hey, let's check out the rest of the fair." So they all leave. Then we get a really weird reveal shot. The clown is a putty, as it turns out. But it doesn't actually turn into a putty or anything. It just like shows us, the audience, a little weird graphic to be like, this clown, he's a putty actually. So now we know that. Another clown enters. This clown with a much bigger personality. And he starts evil talking, and he's like, "We're gonna get them all!" And then they both laugh evilly. So there's some killer clowns that may or may not be from outer space at this carnival. It's at this fair carnival.
Killer clowns from outer space joke. God damn it.
Oh no, it wasn't. 100% not. Definitely not.
Fuck you for that joke. That joke sucked.
That was a great joke. I don't know what you mean. I'm number one comedian, okay?
You were not.
I'm funny. I'm funny and comedy, okay? Just like that monster from Dino Thunder. I'm extremely funny and comedy. I love that article so much.
That was a way better joke.
I just love, I don't know, what is he called? I think he's just called Creature. Yes, there's a
Yeah.
monster in Dino Thunder that is only referred to as Creature. I believe that is gotten from the credits. And the article states that he thought he could easy find the White Ranger, and that he is very funny and comedy. But unfortunately, the White Ranger easy found him, and that was the end of Creature. Anyway, that's for fucking 7 years from now. So anyway, I keep forgetting where I am in my notes. That's my problem. So we cut to somewhere else within the fair. Trini is with her little cousin Sylvia. Although I replayed this particular line 3 times, and each time I was convinced he was saying Sophia, so I started writing Sophia down, but then I did catch Sylvia in a later line, and I find and replaced it. But I literally replayed this line multiple times because I did not understand the name. Every time I could have sworn to God Trini was saying Sophia. But it is not. It's Sylvia, actually. So Bulk and Skull are there. They've got cotton candy that they stole just straight off of somebody's little thing. And now they're eating it with their hands because they're gross boys. That just gotta feel gross. Cotton candy's so like sticky. Just like fucking fist palming it and just like eating it from your hand. It's gotta immediately like get all over you. Pro Royalty has muted his microphone. Bro, are you still there, buddy? Remember, folks, applications, send them in.
Okay, I'm back. Not sure if Riely.
What'd you say?
I said I was back. I wasn't sure if you were.
I mean, I told you there was a visual indicator of that being the mute icon.
I wasn't sure if you had just forgot to indicate it or not.
Crow, I'm a professional man, and the fact that you would surmise that I would ever forget to do such a thing is absolutely dreadful.
Are you just scared of what people would hear if you left yourself unmuted?
No. I just told you I made it okay. Now we're getting full meta behind the baseball. Fucking
I was making a joke. I was making a meta joke.
I know, but Crow leaves the room and he's gone for a while. And I'm like, okay, I have to piss. I need to leave the room for a second. So I tell oh god. Oh no. Fuck. This is the episode the big government doesn't want you to hear. Crow Royalty keeps getting pulled away. Anyway, I don't think Crow Royalty needs me to be here to explain this. So for needs to be here himself, so not needs me to be here. I'm here explaining it, so I have to be here. So I have to leave the room. So I told Crow, hey, I'm gonna mute myself on Discord because before I was only muted on my headset. So if you see the mute button, don't come back in and be like Riely. And then he thought that I would be such a fool as to forget to do that. Forget to give him the visual indicator that I told him I was going to give him. With that being said, send your applications to the issuecrew@gmail.com because I don't remember the Megazord radio email. And, We'll make this show a better place. Okay, I'll stop.
Continue.
Okay. Crack the book back open here.
I am sorry that there are such long fucking breaks. I told them that I had something to do right
Don't
now.
worry about it. Don't talk about it too much. Do not fog the actual content with it.
I was just saying.
It's okay. It's okay. So anyway, so Trini is with her cousin Sylvie. Vulcan Skull got gross cotton candy hands.
I thought her name was Selena.
Where would you possibly have gotten Selena?
I don't know. I thought it was like Selena or Selena
I thought
something.
Sophia at first, but I don't know where you would have gotten Selena.
I heard it wrong. I had to listen to it 5 times. Every time I got Celine or Selena, and I
I
was
think
like,
I think you had already left the room by the time I had said this. It took me a minute to realize you had left again, I think. But I did hear Sophia the first
okay.
time they said it. And I did replay it like 3 times because I wasn't sure if I heard the name correctly, and I was pretty damn confident it was Sophia. It wasn't until like the next scene when they say it again that I was like, "Oh fuck, it's Sylvia." So it is
Oh, I got
Sylvia.
Selena. I got Selena. We did the
Um,
same dumb thing.
so the evil laughing clown from earlier, he has a little stand set up. His name is Pineapple the Clown, by the way. What a name. He's juggling. The Rangers are watching him. The other 4. And then Trini and Sylvia approach. Pineapple's done with his juggling just as they get there. The other Rangers all clap. Sylvia's like, "That was neat." And then Trini's like, "Hey guys," and she introduces Sylvia to all her friends. She's like, "Hi, I am a child actor. Hello," and so that's what happens. And then Pineapple's like, "Does somebody else want to try the juggling?" And it seems like Sylvia is about to go up there and try the juggling, but then Billy fucking dashes in and intercepts her and is like, "I'll make an attempt."
Good job, Billy.
So he takes the balls, or at least I thought they were balls, but as we will learn in a minute, they are not balls.
No, aren't they
So
like pens
you'll
or something?
find out in a second. So Bulk and Skull are approaching. They're like, "Look at those pinheads," and they start laughing. Then they go up to our heroes, start to harass them and call them geeks, as they usually tend to do in this season. And then Billy throw some eggs at him because the balls were not balls, but eggs actually. Which Pineapple might have said, but I did not hear it.
Bruh.
So anyway, Kim calls them a mess, and then Jason's like, "Oh look, some gymnastics. Let's go check it out." And then Sylvia's like, "I want to stay and play with Pineapple." And Trini's like, "We gotta stick together, remember?" And they do like a cute little pinky shake. And then she's like, "We'll go check out the gymnastics, then we'll come back and see Pineapple." And then Pineapple says goodbye, but he has an evil grin because he's evil. Then we cut to Rita's palace. She's watching, and she's gloating about how the Rangers are walking right into her trap. She calls for Finster, and she clues us in that the fair is fake, which questionable that it's
Can
fake.
we can we talk about how
There are
Rita?
real rides there. There are real people there. It comes back after the plan is foiled. I don't think the fair is fake.
Can we talk about how Rita somehow owns not only a fair but also a dump site?
Well, I mean, the dump site thing is its own can of worms, but like, she doesn't necessarily. She could probably magically produce a fair. She just have to find an empty lot. I don't know if she necessarily has the ownership rights to that particular empty lot that she found. But as far as anybody knows that she does, so who
Yeah,
cares?
so I'm sticking with Rita owns the fair and the fucking dump site. I
Rita
don't
just
think
owns a
it's a
lot of
fake fair.
property, I guess. I don't know. She's a
I think here's the thing. I don't think it's a fake fair. I think she legitimately bought a fair.
property investor, Rita Repulsa.
God
Oh,
damn.
oh boy. She just owns so many things.
So much property.
So yeah, so the fair is fake. She's gloating to Finster about them falling for the fake fair. That is a real fair. Rita says it's almost time for phase 2. She asks if the clown is ready. Then Finster's like, yeah, I trained him myself. And then this is becoming a trope where Finster describes like the monster's powers, and we see like footage of the monster as he does so. So this is the first we see Pineapple's monster form, known as Pineoctopus. And this is his fucking terrifying, be not afraid looking ass spiky vine monster.
Be not afraid. I am an angel.
He can turn people into cardboard cutouts, and he's gonna do that to the Rangers. And then he's gonna take his, the pictured Pine Octopus monster form and then terrorize Angel Grove. Rita's like, we're gonna use Sylvia as bait to get the Rangers. And then as she exits, she's like, Finster, don't blow it this time. Then we cut to
Finster's gonna
Lunkin.
blow it.
He's gonna blow it. We cut to Lunk and Babu. They're looking down at the fair and just kind of generally being Lunk and Babu. Rita comes in and Lunk tells her that Pineapple has not gotten the Rangers alone yet. And then Rita's like, what is he waiting for? An invitation? And he's like, get those power geeks. And then Lunk's like, oh, he's making his move. And then Lunk and Babu just start cheering, get those power geeks, get those power geeks.
Get those power geeks. Question, what is Lunk's actual name again? I genuinely forgot it.
Squat.
Again. What? Okay, thank you.
It's Lunk now, canonically, though. We've changed it. We've
Lunk
changed
now
history.
I have changed it, yes. I've changed history. It's Lunk.
I think every listener of this show should go edit the Power Rangers wiki and replace all mentions of Squat with Lunk. You shouldn't do that. But wiki vandalism is a bad thing. You shouldn't do that. Anyway, so don't do that. So we cut to our Rangers. They're making a human pyramid with a clown who I guess is just like, fuck it, yeah, I'll make a human pyramid with these kids. Why not? And everybody's in place except for Trini, who's like, hey, check out my funny friends stacked on each other, to Sylvia. And then Billy's like, you gotta get on this thing. We're gonna lose structural integrity soon. Which he does say the phrase structural integrity, which is a phrase that I use all the time. Like, whenever something is falling apart, like, figuratively, I'm always like, we're losing structural integrity. I wonder if I got that from this episode. Probably. I wonder if this is the thing that put the phrase structural integrity in my head.
What put it in mine?
So anyway, Trini jumps on. She's like, hey, Sylvia, look! And the pyramid's all successful, and they're standing. But then Pineapple's leading Sylvia away. And then Trini like leans over and calls out to her, which causes the pyramid to collapse.
As it would.
As it would, obviously. And Trini's like, I
can't believe she left like that. Leaning. Huh?
I'm sorry, I was resuming my notes. Please say what you were going to say.
As the person leaning on top would, the entirety of the bottom, like, 3 people all collapse.
True. So true.
Also, side note, question, don't they, like, legitimately stand on each other's shoulders regularly?
Yes, they do the Blade Blaster tower formation.
So, like, what?
Well, I guess the power probably helps somehow.
I don't believe that.
Well, the power naturally makes you more, like, athletic.
Also, question, do they ever do the Blade Blaster thing with the super non-specific extra person who comes around later in green?
No, because he doesn't have a Blade Blaster.
I thought his special super specific weapon that is only unique to him could also shoot lasers.
I mean, it can, but it's not a Blade Blaster, and it thus cannot participate in the Blade Blaster tower formation.
I thought it would be like a special attack or something. Like, that would make...
That never happened.
You get my point.
No.
You get my point, though, right?
Yes, I do. I do see what you're saying. I think the closest thing we get to that is the thing in Song of Guitardo, where Kimberly's power bow is used in a cool way. I think that's the only combo attack I can think of with that non-specific weapon from that non-specific man in green.
That That's how
Uh,
we're referring to him now on, by the way.
yeah, of course. So Trini's
Well,
got to
up
go.
until a specific episode about a specific person or a
Yeah,
non-specific person.
non-specific person in green. So
Well, it's
Trini's
a
gonna go.
non-specific episode.
Oh my fucking god! Shut up.
I had to correct myself because I did say something wrong. It is a non-specific episode about a non-specific person who happens to just wear green.
Of course. So Trini's got to go find Sylvia. She says goodbye and apologizes to her friends as she runs off. Then we see Pineapple leading Sylvia away. We cut back to Trini trying to search through the crowd to find her. We get some random ride shots for no particular reason, just for fun. We go back to Trini. She can't find them. We go back to Pineapple and Sylvia walking away. Trini's calling out, but she cannot see them through the crowd. And Sylvia and Pineapple they stop. And Sylvia's like, Pineapple, you're a fun friend. I'm having fun here. Pineapple's like, I have a new trick to show you. This is where things would break very bad if this were an R-rated show, but thankfully it's not. Uh,
Riely. Episode title.
What's
If
the
this were an
episode?
R-rated show.
If this were an R-rated show, is the title? I'll put that on the list. We already have 3 things on the list, but I will add that to the
I want
list
to know
too.
what's on the. Well, is one of them goddamn it crow royalty?
No, but that is another good one. Right now for those of you who don't know, I just as we go on, I write down some of our jokes as just possible titles. So right now on the list, there's possible episode titles. One of these could be the title right now, listeners, if you look, or maybe it'll be something completely different. The things on the list right now are Anything is Snippable, Stand Up Against Authority Radio, and Property Investor Rita Repulsa.
And then there is goddamn it crow royalty and
If this were an R-rated show.
if this were an R-rated show, which I think is the best.
I can't make it Goddamn It Crow Royalty because that will get it immediately age restricted if I put Goddamn It in the title, I think.
Probably.
So anyway, let's get back to this PG rated show where things are not happening that are as bad as they could be.
Things are not R-rated.
It's not even a PG show, it's a G show, so I think we're safe.
It was a PG up until. It was PG up until In Space, and then it got moved down to G.
That can't be true. In Space
I
is a
thought it
much
was.
more mature show than Mighty Morphin Power
No. Up
Rangers.
until after. Up until after In Space.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I don't know.
So it started at Lost Galaxy with being a G-rated show, and then beyond that, it's just been G.
I don't know. Lost Galaxy has a lot of shirtless men. I don't know if that's allowed in G-rated programming.
It's allowed in the G-rated programming I watch.
Are you sure that G isn't actually an X, Crow? What's going on here?
God damn it! We're just so many dirty jokes.
We're so bad at making not. We need to have more highbrow humor here on Megazord Radio.
But the lowbrow is funnier.
True.
But so many possible episode titles just come out of being dirty jokes.
I know.
Because there's that one. There's If This Were an R-rated Show. There's Goddamn It Crow Royalty.
Anyway, shut up. We don't need to go over it again, okay?
No, I was about to go into old episodes.
We need to not meander. Listen, we've already we're probably 35 minutes into the real podcast that's going to come out. We're 2 hours into the recording. So I would like to pick it the fuck up.
Yeah, hopefully.
So anyway, Trini comes up to them as Pineapple's doing some silly shit with a hanky like a clown does. You know, they had the little colored hankies and they're like, ooh, I'm doing funny tricks. That's what Pineapple's doing right now. And then Trini grabs Sylvia and turns her around and is like, you're supposed to stick together, remember? What the fuck? She's like, let's go back to the fair. And then Sylvia turns to Pineapple. Pineapple just has a full evil smile on his face. And she goes to go with Trini, but then Pineapple grabs her and he says, "Not so fast, babysitter. Sylvia's staying with me." And then Trini tells him to back off and takes a stance ready to kick this creepy clown's ass.
God damn it, pedo clown.
What? You cut out from most of that.
I said, God damn it, you pedo clown.
Are you not on speakerphone right now?
Hold on, my thing disconnected.
What thing?
I said, God damn it, you pedo clown.
True. Why do I have no connection on my iPad all of a sudden? I hope that does not translate to my computer.
There's
Anyway.
no
There's
but
no
God
talent.
damn it, you pedo clown.
Anyway, gamers. Anyway. This episode sucks. This is a bad episode of Megazord.
Yeah, it is. But this episode of Power Rangers sucks too.
Hey. Let's not get carried away. So anyway. So Sylvia jumps in between Trini and Pineapple, and she's like, "No, don't do it. He's my friend." And then Pineapple sprinkles some magic dust on her. She turns into a cardboard cutout. And then Pineapple says, "Uh-oh, I guess she's a bit bored." Come on.
God damn it.
Come on, Mighty Morphin Power. Come on.
I like
Really?
that pun. I like that a lot more than the eye puns.
I mean, you're not wrong. Trini is very freaked. Pineapple just runs away. Trini does start to cry a bit as she looks upon her flat, lifeless cousin. And then... and she does run off with her in hand.
Her flat, lifeless cousin.
So we cut to the other Rangers. They're getting off a
Are you
ride.
trying to kill me today, Riely?
No.
I think you are.
Whatever joke you think I just made, it didn't happen. I was just making unless it was just the surface level of me saying that her cousin was flat and lifeless being funny somehow.
The flat aspect of that got me.
Oh my fucking god, Cruelty, get your head out of the gutter. Not everything is a dirty joke.
No, everything is a dirty joke.
Sylvia's a child, Pro-Royalty.
Doesn't make her not funny.
Oh my fucking god.
As we have learned from him turning her into a cardboard cutout.
True. So the other Rangers are getting off a ride.
Now she's flat.
Shut up, Cruelty. So Billy wants to check out the Sky Wheel. Kimberly wants to check out the Tilt-A-Wheel. There's a lot of wheels at this carnival.
I have a question, because
yes.
I swear I thought Billy said he wanted to check out the Gravitron.
That's not true. The Gravitron is like a real carnival ride from real life. That is not what Billy said.
Yeah, I know, but like I thought that's what he was talking about, and he just called it like
he wants to check out the Sky Wheel, which I assume is the Ferris wheel.
I thought it was the Tilt-A-Wheel.
Billy, there's two separate. Did you not catch the joke I just made 10 seconds ago, where I observed that this fair has a lot of wheels because Billy wants to check out the Sky Wheel and Kimberly wants to check out the Tilt-A-Wheel? It's the last thing I said.
No, I had the people mixed. I thought you said Billy wanted the Tilt-A-Wheel and Kimberly the Sky Wheel. I had the people mixed.
Billy wants Sky Wheel. Kimberly wants Tilt-A-Wheel. There's a lot of fucking wheels. Now
Gravitron's a wheel.
Here's the no prize. What I assume happened here, because I think Kimberly was. I think in the script it said Tilt-A-Whirl, and she said it wrong, and they did not bother refilming it. That is my guess.
That, or she just consistently said it wrong.
True.
Which is also kind of believable, despite being the best actress on Power Rangers.
True. I mean, she was just starting out this early in season 1. Trini runs up. She's very distressed. Kim's like, "What's wrong?" And then Trini's like, "This fair's a trap. Sylvia is cardboard now. The clown is evil." And then Billy says that she's been subatomically transduced into a 2-dimensional state. Thanks, Billy. Really, really useful. Kim says there's got to be something we can do. Billy just so happens to have a quasitronic molecular generator in his garage that may help this situation. So here's a confusing thing. So what I think happens here, what I believe Jason says, is for Trini to go with Billy to his garage and call Alpha, and then all three of them help Sylvia. And meanwhile, Jason, Zach, and Kimberly are going to warn the people at the fair. But Billy doesn't go?
What?
Just Trini goes. Billy is there at the fair for the rest of the proceedings. Trini and Alpha
That's-
help Sylvia alone.
That's weird.
It's really weird.
How does she know how to work Billy's bullshit?
Well, because she's the Billy translator, so she probably also knows how Billy's stuff works.
Side note, I think I know why they didn't send them both to the garage.
Why?
Alpha would have never gotten called, and Sylvia would have gotten really traumatized. Running joke. Running joke about the garage.
So anyway, so they break. Jason finds a man with a megaphone and just steals the megaphone. And he's like, Rita's attacking the fair! You gotta get out of here! Oh my fucking god. Now you're actually fine. Now I actually want those applications.
Jason just started megaphone radio at the fair.
Of course. So he grabs it. He's like, Rita's attacking. And then everybody runs and screams. The Rangers start yelling out, run, run. And they sort of try to guide them. But it's hard to guide a large screaming crowd. The clowns approach. Just a group of clowns. And then Zach's like, they probably aren't friendly, huh? He's correct about that. Jason's like,
they turn out to be.
Jason's like, they're just harmless clowns. We got this. But actually, they putties, though. They all turn into putties.
See, you want to know what I thought was going to happen when this part of the episode played?
What did you think was going to happen?
I legitimately thought they were going to turn into the killer clowns.
From outer space? Wow.
But no, I thought they were going to pull out like knives and shit and just start trying to stab at these teenagers.
Oh, yeah, because this is a G or PG rated unclear show from 1993. They were totally going to do that.
No, like I was like, because for some reason I had thought that Rita had just gotten a hold of like some random clowns that she paid off.
Well, they earlier in the episode showed us that little graphic to be like, that clown's a putty. So
yeah, here's the thing though, I had looked away from my screen when that happened, so I'd missed that part.
I see.
Until I watched it the second time.
But Kim's like, yeah, some clowns. And then Jason's like, has anyone ever been afraid of clowns before?
Me.
And me, true. I'm actually not afraid of clowns. It's a very irrational fear. I'm actually very known to be the opposite of afraid of clowns.
You're gonna be stabbed by a clown.
Clussy supremacy is all I will say.
What?
Clussy supremacy. Did you mean to repeat
You're
that for you?
You're gonna get stabbed by a clown.
I mean, I want to stab a clown, a female clown, with my genitals.
God damn it. Another episode title.
Stabbing a female clown with my genitals?
No, I want to stab a clown.
Or just Clussy supremacy probably would be more.
No,
that might also get us
a female one.
That might also get us age restricted.
Not if you just say I want to stab a clown. A female one.
That's too long of a title.
Not really.
It is. Trust me.
The emotional scarring of Zach Taylor.
Yeah, but that one's like clever.
This one's also clever.
It's not. It's nothing. So anyway, Pineapple's there. He throws like little rubber balls at all the clowns, and that makes them turn back into putties. Pineapple tries to lead Billy away, and she's like
throwing balls at putties.
Shut up! Just stop. Please review whether your jokes are funny before you make them.
No, that's what I heard you say. I was reading what my brain processed that you said.
I'm sure, buddy. Sure.
Throwing balls at putties.
Pineapple's like, don't you want to save Sylvia? Come with me if you want to save Sylvia. And Jason's like, don't go! But then Billy goes, because of course he does.
Billy's an idiot.
And then our three remaining rangers start fighting the putties at
Our
a
3
carnival.
remaining mangers.
Shut up. They start fighting the putties at a carnival, using their terrain to their advantage. These are the best fights in Power Rangers. This
I
is a
agree.
fucking great fight.
I agree.
They fight. Kim's like, "Hey, look, it's Rita." And then she does a trick. It's pretty good. There's many good kicks, many good uses of the carnival terrain. Much fight. Meanwhile, Billy has lost
Much fight.
Pineapple. The Billy has lost Pineapple and is looking at a merry-go-round and just sighing to himself. And then Pineapple sneaks up on him and tries to dust him, but Billy sees him in a mirror that's nearby. And he ducks him, and then he accidentally dusts the putty instead, who turns into a cardboard cutout. Then Pineapple
That's a good thing.
Yes. Then Pineapple just fucks off, teleports
Wait.
away.
This gives
Yes.
me questions because I know how the
Sure.
episode ends, but this is something I need to address at the end of the episode
Okay.
because that gives me questions.
So Pineapple teleports away. Billy knocks over the putty cutout. We cut back to the putty fight. Zach lures a putty into getting hit with one of those swinging pirate ship rides.
That was funny. You gotta admit.
It was pretty good. Fight, more fight. Jason tricks the putty. Jason tricks the putty into boarding one of those spinny rides that goes upside down. The putty's not having fun. He's not enjoying that very much. He's not a fan of that ride.
Genius. Sorry, but that was genius.
True. So the Rangers beat all the putties. Then they go after Pineapple, who I guess is just there now. And then Pineapple says, "No more clowning around," and becomes Pine-Octopus. And the Rangers, who have now been rejoined by Billy, look on at his crazy-ass monster form. Then we cut to Rita, who's looking at the scene. She's bragging about how wonderfully wicked Pine-Octopus is. Then Babu's like, maybe he'd do better if he had some help. So Rita calls Goldar and tells him to go to Earth and attack. Then we cut back to Pine-Octopus. He's standing on an elevated platform and laughing evilly. Our four heroes look up at him. Then they do a morph. Goldar, Lunk, and Babu arrive. Some putties also arrive. Then the Rangers just start absolutely fucking trucking these putties. Like, just fucking cleaving through them. Lunk and Babu are watching. They're smiling and clapping. Then we cut to Alpha and Trini, who are in Billy's lab. Alpha figures out that Sylvia is like this because they sucked all the water out of her. She's missing water. And that's what's going on there.
Putty.
Sure.
What happens when it rains?
He turns back into a putty.
So is there just a random putty at some random fairgrounds?
Maybe this putty starts his own life. Maybe he just, he moves on from the Rita business.
I want this spinoff now.
I feel like that...
Life is the Forgotten Putty.
That should be like an SPD storyline. They just meet this, old-ass fucking putty who just hangs out.
This old-ass fucking putty who's just been living on Earth in, a shack somewhere.
Anyway, so we cut back to putty fight. Morph putty fight this time. And Jace, the monster's not there. And Jason's like, "Hey, Kim, what happened to the monster?" And Kim doesn't know. She assumes he slipped away when the putty showed up. And Zach says, "Hey, I think I saw him heading towards the park." And then we cut back to Billy's lab. Alpha dumps a bucket of water on Sylvia, and nothing happens. Alpha is very confused by this. He's like, "It should have worked. Aye. You know, that type of stuff." And we cut to the others. They're fighting Goldar now with their blade blasters in blade mode. They are not doing particularly well. They're having a little bit of a rough time. And then we cut back to Trini and Alpha. Alpha's like, "We gotta add more water." But he does not have to do that, because Sylvia does come back. But he does not see that in time, and dumps the bucket of water right on her. Which really ended up being a good thing, because he did have to hide his existence. So if Sylvia was not blinded by the water, he would have been fucked. So he dumps the water on Sylvia, and he's like, "Oh shit! Detection alert! Hiding! Hiding!" And then he hides because he can't let Sylvia see him, obviously. And Sylvia's like, "What's going on?" She sees Trini, and she's like, Why'd you dump water on me?" And Trini just laughs and hugs her. We cut back to the Rangers. Goldar has the upper hand, but then Pine Octopus shows back up, and he's like, "Hey, Rangers, mine. Get out of here." Pine Octopus starts spreading his dust, but he realizes that the Rangers' suits protect them from his cardboard spell, so that's not good for him. But
Nope.
Goldar, Lunk, and Babu just fuck off. They exit. Then Pine Octopus is like, "I have more tricks up my sleeve than just that. Trust me." And he's like talking. He's like, be like, "Oh, I'm Pine Octopus. I'm so cool and shit." And Zach just like, "This guy's a fruitcake."
I know that's not what he meant, but holy shit, it just sounded like Zach called him fucking gay.
I mean, this guy's gay. Zach just like,
This guy's pretty gay.
listen, it's the 90s, so if you wanted to call him gay, he probably would have used a pretty colorful word for it that we're not allowed to say on this podcast.
I can say it.
You can. I can't publish you saying it. I have to bleep it.
Why?
Because them's the rules, okay?
That's dumb.
So he blasts the Rangers. They fall down. Jason calls him a pineapple face and says they'll never give up. Which is weird. I think some lines got like reversed here. Because Jason's like, "No, pineapple face, we'll never give up." And then Pine Octopus says, "You should just give up. It'd be easier."
Yeah, I think they got distracted.
So Pine Octopus talks more shit, does another blast. Pine Octopus is doing pretty good. So Rita's like, "Let's make him grow and ruin him doing good, because the Megazord always wins." Yeah!
She doesn't say that.
Goes. She does not. No, she doesn't say that, but those are the things behind her actions. And I have to step out for a moment, so one sec.
Thought this was my job.
Well, I'm not. I don't have to go fucking do dishes for 45 minutes. I just have to take a shit. Okay, I'm back, and if you sang a song while I was gone, you're fired. I just want you to know up front.
I did not. I did not.
Good.
I should have.
Maybe you should have. So Pine Octopus is big now.
I could have started singing. I could have rickrolled our audience.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
And so do I.
A full commitment's what I'm thinking of.
Alright,
anyway.
Couldn't get this from any other guy.
I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Alright, this is awful. It's only awful because you're singing. I'm doing my full-on Rick Astley impression. I'm
Rick Astley, please
this.
do not community guidelines.
It's not community guidelines. This is copyright. It's a different type of strike.
That's why I was singing it.
Oh, because I was doing so good that you had to sing badly in the background so that Rick Astley wouldn't copyright strike us.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I forgive you for interrupting my song now. Pine Octopus is big. He does sprinkle dust down on them, even though it is already established that it doesn't work, and it still does not work. So good job, Pine Octopus, doing real good. Trini runs in.
I never thought I'd miss the troll monster, honestly.
We're gonna have some choice words in about 10 minutes when I'm done reading these notes, buddy. So Trini runs in. She's already morphed. She's like, "Sylvia's okay. We're good." And Pine Octopus is still talking shit. And now it's Zord time. They summon the Zords. They board them. Power up their crystals. They do power up their crystals, even though they start individual fight time. I
They
thought they only
start what?
power up there's an individual Zord fight,
You cut out on my end.
but they powered up their
Okay,
crystals though. I don't know why, because they usually only do that when they Megazord.
because
So
it makes the individual Zords more powerful.
fair enough. So there's an individual Zord fight. The Saber-tooth Tiger goes on the offensive. And
And
Trini's
this
like,
is like my favorite Zord fight now, by the
He's
way.
like, Billy, tie him up. And then Triceratops uses his horn hooks that you love so much. And Trini's like, we should
Exactly.
make him freeze like he made Sylvia freeze. And then Zach's like, yeah, I can do a freeze. I have a freeze power. And then he does a freeze. And Trini's like, Jason, get him. And then Jason's like, Megazord, let's go. And they
Bruh,
combine.
Jason, that was a waste.
Oh, yeah, he could have just like drill tailed him, I think, and been just as well.
He doesn't have a drill tail.
Yeah, he
Tail
does.
smash. The Tyrannosaur does not have a drill for a tail. That is a different
T-Rex is
thing
more.
entirely.
I know the Dragon Zord does that, or the nondescript Green Zord, I guess. But I'm pretty sure Tyrannosaurus does it too.
No, he has. You're thinking about Dino Thunder.
No. I swear to you that his tail can drill.
It doesn't have the drill parts, though. That's the
It doesn't.
thing.
Yeah,
It
it may not
has
look like a drill, but it definitely is a sharp end on a tail that spins around sometimes and doesn't attack.
wiggle wabble.
Shut the fuck up. So Megazord tank mode shoots Pine Octopus, but that's not powerful enough, so they go man mode. Then they do a big
Man
blast.
mode. I love that.
They do a big blast from Megazord's head, and that kills the monster. Then we cut to Rita and Co. yelling and blaming each other, as we always do. You know, we get it. We cut back to the fair, which I guess is real now, because Rita has been thwarted, but it's still here. Sylvia asks Trini if Billy can teach her how to walk on stilts, and Trini's like, I don't know if Billy's the one to teach that to you. And then we cut to Billy walking on stilts, and he's like, these are science stilts that I made. They make it easier to stilts. And then Trini apologizes to Sylvia for all the shit that happened. And Sylvia's like, that's okay. I shouldn't have wandered off, because you taught me that we gotta stick together. It's cute. They hug. Billy does fall.
It
And then Zach's like, I guess inventing has its ups and downs. And then everybody laughs, and that's the end. It's over. So a couple things I have to say before we get into our wrap-up questions. First of all, the monster design in this episode goes so fucking hard, it's unreal. He's just a Lovecraftian horror creature, and I love that about him.
Yeah.
And also Carnival fight equals best fight.
Also, Megazord fight equals best fight.
I don't know about all that business. Now, let's talk about our wrap-up questions, one of which we're going to heavily disagree on, guys. Spoilers. Who's your favorite character in this episode?
This isn't a hard question.
Okay.
But it's kind of a hard question because literally no one else did anything aside from these two characters.
Who are the two characters?
Clown Man. Oh no, three characters: Clown Man, Trini, and Trini's. I'm saying this is Trini's child, but it's Trini's cousin.
His cousin.
It's not a hard question to answer, so it's Trini. But I was kind of debating for a second: should I give it to the child because it's the only episode that the child is in, and I did really like the child.
I think I'm gonna give it to Pine Octopus. Because first of all, as Pineapple, I think he did very good at being an evil clown. Like I think he played that role pretty well. And obviously Pine Octopus's design goes crazy hard. You agreed with me on that 5 minutes ago.
It does. It does to an extent, but then there's also the hentai monster.
Shut up. So I'm gonna give it to Pine Octopus. I should be writing this shit down. I forgot I have like a whole document where I keep track of this shit. Because I'm used to Kira's Kingdom, where I forget to track it, and then at the end of whatever we're doing, I have to go re-listen to the end of every episode to get that information. I gotta not start that trend here. That would be bad. So is it called No Clowning Around? Is that the name?
I think I closed it out to open up the creature tab.
Good. I'm glad you pulled up creature. Very important.
Yeah, I had to. Sorry, I was curious. Yeah, it's no clowning around. But creature
Okay.
is more important. So
True.
I'm keeping the creature tab open.
Forever. Never closing the creature tab.
Creature tab space never closes.
As I'm writing this down, I can tell you for sure that my favorite scene is the fucking putty fight. Like, obviously, it's so
Megazord
good.
fight.
Really, better than the carnival fight is the Megazord fight. Truly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're wrong. And speaking of things that you're
Well,
wrong about, hey, Crow Royalty, where does this episode rank?
like 6.
I disagree.
It's
This
not
episode.
number 1, I can tell you that.
No. Our
Not
number
even
one is
close.
our number
I
one
don't
is
think it's
staying
in our
for a
top
while.
5.
No.
It's good. It's
Hey,
just not
hey,
that good.
listen. This episode has a lot of good kid content. It has a fucking rad putty fight, and that wins a lot of points for me. It had a cool Zord fight, as you pointed out, which I also think it's cool. I just don't think it's as cool as the putty fight. The monster design was insane. I can't get over how fucking rad a Pine Octopus is. I totally forgot about this guy. I think this is an extremely solid episode. I personally think it deserves. It's not going up above Different Drum or Happy Birthday Zach, because those two episodes were handcrafted to be the best thing to ever exist. I think it's better than Food Fight.
No.
Then the Food Fight maybe has like I think Pudgy Pig is very iconic. The Food Fight probably has some stuff going for it. I think it should go above Day of the Dumpster for sure, though.
I'll give you that.
Okay, so coming in at the new number 4 is No Clowning Around.
I was expecting you to try and say that this was the new number 1 and was like fully prepared to argue against that.
Oh no, it's not. It's
To
definitely
fail,
not
though.
better than Different Drum or Happy Birthday Zach. That not at all.
I don't think it's better than. I forgot what was in our top 5 because I've dead ass
Once I finish
lost
fixing
track.
these numbers, I will let you know in a second.
I was meeting before this.
No, I know,
I
but
forgot Dave the Dumpster was still so high.
So our top 5 before this was. So I guess it's just. I'll skip number 4 and it'll be 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So our top 10 before this was Different Drum, or top 5 rather. Different Drum, Happy Birthday Zach, Food Fight, Day of the Dumpster, and High Five.
I don't think it's better than High 5.
Well, listen.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna argue with it. I'll take it.
We've already declared it. It's locked in.
I'm not gonna fight it, but
Good.
we know where my opinion stands. I was correct about my initial statement, though. It's number 6 in my opinion.
Maybe, perhaps.
Anyway, onward to the episode that I took some notes of.
Yeah. There was a time where he was supposed to take all the notes, and I was going to be freed from the Gregorian torture that is spending fucking 2 hours per episode writing all this shit down. Crow was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do it. I want to do it." And then guess what happened, folks?
Yeah, and then mental fuckery. Happened. I'm sorry. I really am. I could read off like the first 5 minutes, though.
No. I already took the notes for the first 5 minutes. I'm reading them.
Speaking of, this episode was written by Mark Hoffmeyer.
Yes, I forgot
David
this
Blythe.
part. Yeah.
And David Blythe. It aired on September 20th,
Directed by Daily Blythe?
1993.
Daily Blythe, what the fuck?
David Blythe. Directed by.
Okay.
Directed by, yes. Originally aired on September 20th of 1993 and then re-aired on July 24th of 2010. I'm reading this off of my notes.
David Blythe should start like a daily like live stream show and call it. I called him Daily Blythe again. It ruined the joke.
Daily Blythe.
David Blythe should start a daily live show and call it the Daily Blythe. That was the joke I was trying to make.
Yes, just to get this out of the way, the episode starts and the theme song plays because I'm reading my notes still.
Of course. So we start off at the park. The Rangers, Sans, Kimberly are playing some volleyball. It's Jason and Trini versus Billy and Zach. They have some back and forth, and then Jason and Trini score a point. Billy did fall on his butt while trying to defend. We see Kim is watching, and she's like, "You're getting better, Billy." And then Zach's like, "Good try, Billy." And Billy's like, "Yeah, thanks, guys."
Pause.
Yeah.
You did not take as thorough of notes in these 5 minutes as I did. But
What?
right after that, my response was, uh, to quote Riely in 10 seconds, God damn it, I love these kids.
I mean, yeah. Good. This is all good kid content. I wrote it down a little bit later, I think, but I definitely wrote down that they're being good kids and having a good time.
Yeah, and like I had to make that known because this is such a good bit. Like
It's not, though.
I love this bit. Fuck you.
It would have been good had you finished the notes and been doing the narrating. But you just
It would
explaining the
have been.
bit was
I
not.
know. I know. I know. I fucked up.
So yeah, they're all like, "Good try, Billy." And Kim's like, "Hey, come grab a drink. I brought some drinks, and I'll tag in." So Billy and Kimberly switch. So now it is Kimberly and Zach versus Jason and Trini. This is where I wrote down they're having a lot of fun and I love them.
Yeah, I have like a full like 10 sentence fucking paragraph about this scene. Because I
Jesus
love these kids too.
Christ.
Yeah, yeah. I have like a full
What
10 sentence
did you write
paragraph.
down like the full play-by-play of the volleyball match? Like what the fuck were you writing down?
Uh okay, so I started with after the theme and opening credits, we start the episode with the teens at the park playing volleyball. Jason, da 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 da. Some of the lines that you skipped, Jason going, "All right, guys, let's go." Uh, Direction.
I try not to quote lines directly very often. Like I'll do it sometimes, but I try to
I
avoid
know.
that cuz
I
yeah,
I was still like getting into it and was going off of the basically play by or line by line pretty much.
fair.
Um, so yeah, there's like a solid 10 and a half lines of me just doing that.
Good. Good, good, good.
So it would have taken me like 3 hours for a single episode had I taken them.
But anyway, folks. So we cut to Babu, and
Bam.
Babu. No, that's not what he's called.
No,
Um,
my fucking thing auto corrected. So I got to this part and it just kept putting in bamboo, so I left it.
how does it keep putting it? I know how autocorrect works. You go back to the word and correct it, and it will not
Because I wasn't
re-autocorrect.
dealing with it because I'm on mobile and wasn't going back and like correcting
Of
it
course,
because
you're
I
on
also have.
mobile. Autocorrect doesn't exist on computer.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does on Google Docs, especially if you have the fucking
No
Grammarly installed.
autocorrect. Oh, maybe you have fucking Grammarly installed that autocorrects.
Yeah, and it doesn't just keep it. It was just like constantly updating to bamboo.
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe you have Grammarly installed into your Google Docs. That sounds like a Gregorian nightmare to me. Somebody who writes down the names of fictional characters that are not in dictionaries all the time.
yeah. So I just left it. I wasn't dealing with it.
So anyway, Babu's brewing a potion. He's like, the big tube goes to the little tube, and the little tube goes to the little tube. He's being Babu. He has to test
And
the
I have
potency of the potion. And then he does whatever he does, and there's a little explosion. He's like, "Oh, it's ready. It's potent enough."
I have something to say about the little tubes because I just got done with an anatomy class. My response was, like he's talking about blood vessels in anatomy, and then in quotations I put, "What would the anatomy of Babu look like?"
I mean, obviously, he was referencing the song about bones.
I didn't get that part,
Do you not? Do you
but
get it now that I've said that though?
yeah, I get it now that you
Okay.
said that. But my thought process was, why is he talking about this like you're going through arteries to arterioles to fucking capillaries, etc., etc.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I was taking this in an anatomy class, and that's what we were talking about.
He's being a real silly guy, that Babu.
He is, and I love him for making anatomy jokes. That's the end of my notes, by the way.
Great. I'm glad you made such progress.
I did make such progress.
So his potion's ready, and he's like, "Oh, Rita's gonna be thrilled." Then we cut back to fun volleyball times. They're
God,
they're
I love
pl-
these kids.
they're playing. Kim accidentally does not shoot the ball over the net, but she just laughs about it because they're just there to have fun. Then we cut to Babu. He's riding Rita's flying bike, Penny Farther, I believe it's called, or maybe a Penny Farmer. He's
It's a penny farmer.
presumably riding towards the Rangers. Then right back to fun volleyball. Jason and Trini are dominating this game, and they celebrate amongst themselves. And then Jason does a little bit of fun gloating. He's like, "Who are we gonna take on next?" And then putties appear because comedic timing.
You gotta admit that it's like actually pretty funny comedic timing.
Yeah, because that's who they're gonna take on next is the putties.
Exactly.
So the Rangers start fighting. They do these really weird flash cuts during this fight that I very much do not like. But they do
I
use
loved
the
it.
they do use the volleyball net though. And as I established last episode, when they use the terrain, always choice. So
Choice material.
the Rangers are actually struggling against these putties, which seems weird at this point because we've definitely seen them fucking drop these guys. We cut to
Maybe they're
Babu.
stronger than before.
Go Zio? Rangers at the core? Okay, anyway. So we cut to
I'm
Babu.
glad you caught that joke so fast.
We cut to Babu. He's riding in. He's got a punk potion. It's gonna turn the Rangers bad. But like not like evil though, just like punks.
Yeah,
just,
and
just fucking punkers.
this is probably my favorite thing with Kimberly in it for a while.
Uh oh boy.
I'm not gonna say why yet. I'm not gonna say why yet, but I really like this.
So he drops some of the potion into their drinks while they're distracted by fighting the putties. The Rangers do get the upper hand, and they do defeat the putties as usual. Zach's like, they messed up our game. What the fuck? And Trini's,
They messed up our game. What the fuck?
yeah, Zach said that verbatim. And then Trini frustratedly exclaims, "What's next?" Because she's already grown tired of the premise of this television show. Kim and Billy are absolutely parched. They sit down for a drink. No, don't do it. They do it, and now they're
Do it.
punkified.
Do it.
So
Yes.
they decide that the water is offensively gross and knock all the drinks over with very exaggerated punk grunts. Then the other Rangers walk up to them and they're like, "Are you guys like okay?" Then Kim's like, "Get out of
Yes, they
my
are.
face!" And then Billy is her skull apparently because he says, "Yeah, get out of her face." Uh,
Okay. I love this so fucking much.
oh yeah,
Just
oh
absolutely.
yeah. There's something else
We're gonna get into
coming
another
up.
and situation, but this time instead of it being Bulk and Skull, it's Kimberly and Billy.
You do have to choose one. The Sophie's choice has to be made. But
Oh, I
anyway,
already have my pick, but for different reasons.
good. So Jason's like, "What's wrong with you, dude?" And Billy's like, "Nothing. What's wrong with you?" And he like gets in Jason's face, and Jason is ready to throw hands. The way he looks at Billy, listen, they're friends, but Billy's being real shitty right now, and Trini's not Trini. Jason's just ready to fucking backhand him and be like, "Knock it the fuck off, bro." But then Trini's
Please, that would have made this. That would have actually made Jason my favorite this episode.
But then Trini's like, "Hey, everybody, we're friends. Let's play volleyball more." And then Kim's like, "Volleyball's for dorks," and Billy's like, "Yeah, it's for dorks, and you guys are dorks." And Billy and Kim they leave with their big punk laughs. Trini's like, "They must have had too much sun." Their fucking brain is frying in the sun over here.
Yeah.
Then we cut to Rita's palace. She's watching this happen, and she's like, haha, evil. Babu's like, I did this. I'm the one. And he thinks he's gonna get thanked or rewarded. But then Rita's like, shut up, Babu. And then calls out to Finster about a monster. Rip my homie Babu. He's really getting shafted here. But Babu does follow her as she heads for Finster, and he's like, I don't need a reward, but like I will accept one if you want to give me like a planet or a small asteroid. And Rita's just completely ignoring him. And apparently Finster, he's making a toad. A bad toad. A terror toad, even.
Terrible toad.
It's not, he's just terror toad. And he's
I
large and
know,
he's
but it is
hungry.
terrible.
And he's gonna kill the Power Rangers. Then we cut to Angel Grove High. Zach is strutting down the hall, basketball in hand. He approaches Jason and Trini and greets them. Him and Jason exchange like a little mini game of catch, where he throws the ball at Jason and he just throws it back to Zach just for fun. Just for funsies. Because they're good kids. Trini's like, I'm worried about Billy and Kim. And Zach's like, yeah. And Bulk and Skull are there.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not. You're very excited for what's coming. So Bulk and Skull are there.
I am
hanging
very
out.
excited for what's coming.
They're both at their lockers. Skull opens his locker and he takes a book out of the locker. And he blows dust off the book, which, you know, get it, because he doesn't, he's stupid, so he doesn't read his books, so there's dust on his book. It's very funny. Very, very comedy. Very funny and comedy.
Very funny and comedy. That's the episode title, and I don't like it.
No, that's the episode title for episode fucking 476 when we cover that episode of Dino Thunder.
Oh, yeah. We're saving that.
Very
Thank
funny
God.
and comedy. Or maybe the name of that one is Easy Find the White Ranger. That'll be a Sophie's choice
No.
I have to make when we get there.
No.
That line is just as funny to me. That he's
It
gonna
is,
easy
but
find the
I'm
White
not
Ranger.
letting you. I'm not letting you use that other joke on this episode.
Fair.
That's why I'm saying no. Is like you're not naming it that.
Oh no, I'm not naming this one very funny and comedy either way. I'm just gonna leave the Sophie's choice up to me when we get to Dino Thunder. But so fuck. It's fucking late as shit because of Crow royalty.
I'm sorry.
I know. Bulk's locker is jammed. He can't open it, but then he can open it. He does open it. And like various foods fall out. Jokes, humor, maybe, yes, cool. Jason, Zach, and Trini laugh. And then after this happens, after all the food falls, and Bulk's like, "Oh, I've been bulked." It's not what he says, but that's he just knows.
That's what the joke is.
But then Bulk looks in awe at something approaching, and tells Skull to look. And then he does.
I'd also be looking in awe if I were him.
Oh, I'm looking in awe.
I was looking in awe too, and this is how we get my pick for favorite character.
Well, hey, shut up!
I'm not saying which one.
Oh yeah, I wonder which one it is. So the approaching thing in question, that they are looking at in awe is Kim and Billy. They are in fully punkified outfits. Hey everybody, hi. This is Pegasus the Gamer. I'm sorry to inform you that Riely has died, and the cause of death was Punk Kimberly.
Exactly.
I'm dead. It's over. I can't
I think we
go
both
on.
died.
I need to die.
I think
so
we
I can
both
go.
died.
I need to die.
We're both dead.
I need to die so I can go to heaven, because heaven must contain Punk Kimberly. So they beat on a defenseless nerd boy for his lunch money. He does not have any lunch money, so Billy just pushes him away. And as they're getting closer, Trini's just like, "Hey guys," just like greets them very confusedly. And then Zach's like, "What's going on?" And then Billy calls Zach a study geek and pushes him aside. They approach Bulk and Skull, and Punk Kim starts flirting with Skull, who is very into it because fuck you, Kim is the one that he likes.
No, you're wrong. He
Kim
just likes
asks,
women.
no.
Something he can never get.
Kim asks him out Saturday night to, quote, tear up the town. Skull accepts, and then they
I would
chew their
tear up the
gum
town
and
with
Punk laugh at each
Kimberly
other.
as the
I would
punk.
love to tear up the town with Punk Kimberly.
I would love to tear up the town with Punk Kimberly.
Maybe tear up something else, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Bulk is confused. I mean, he's like, is this some sort of like trick that you're doing? And then Billy just grabs him and he's like, you're not the baddest dude on the block anymore, so don't ask stupid questions. Got it?
Billy, shut up.
And then Bulk starts to try
up.
to counter. Bulk's like, listen, pencil neck. And he's ready to try to counter-assert his dominance. But then Billy fully picks him up by his shirt and slams him against the locker and repeats the question. Bulk gets it now. He's got it. Zach shakes his head in disgust. And Trinity's like, what's with them? And Zach's like, they've gone punk on us. And Jason's like, yeah, they have done that.
Let them stay that way. Let them stay that way. I like this. This is very good.
They would have to use their punk powers for good. They would have to have good bitch energy, which is a term I coined on a podcast 6 years ago.
God damn, good bitch energy.
It's when you use
don't have anymore.
When you use your bitchiness for the power of good. That's good bitch energy.
I know.
The term was made up in reference to the Lifetime film Rodeo and Juliet, which I reviewed with Kathy a very long time ago. And
oh my god, was this before or after?
Before or after what? Before she went crazy, before her transition, before what?
Before she went crazy. Let's go before she went crazy.
Yes.
Let's go that way because the other word might get us taken down on YouTube, I think.
Wait, what?
Would transphobic get us taken down?
Man, you can say the word transphobic.
Okay, like before she became a transphobic trans person.
She is the Uncle Tom of trans people.
Exactly.
And this is back before she was even trans, so yes.
Okay, good.
So anyway, we cut to the command center. Zordon and Alpha are also watching the punk antics from the viewing globe. And Alpha's like, oh no, they're punks now, what do we do? And then Zordon's like, teleport the Rangers here.
You just leave it to fuck me.
Teleport the Rangers here and put Billy and Kim into command center jail.
God damn it, Alpha, you buzzkill.
So Alpha does that, and he teleports them in, even though they, by all logical standards, would have still been in public at that point. Just teleports them right in.
Yep.
Kim and Billy are now in command center jail. They're mad about that, and they do a punk about it. And Kim's like, we're gonna kick your sorry buns once we get out of here. And Billy's like, yeah, and then they do a punk laugh. And Trinity's like, what is wrong with them, Zordon? And Zordon's like, look at the viewing globe. And Babu is on the viewing globe, but he's like, Babu did a potion, and you gotta get the singing squash. So you can get the sap from the singing squash. That's a cure for the potion. It is a rare root found in, quote, certain dimensional gaps, end quote. So yeah, you can find the singing squash in your local dimensional gap.
I have a question.
Sure.
Was this before or after the first Harry Potter book?
I'm almost 100% certain before. I believe Harry Potter was like
then
mid to late 90s.
Like, you're literally just stealing the singing sap or the singing squash for your fucking mandrake plant.
True. Harry Potter ripped off Power Rangers the whole time.
Fucking, yeah, exactly. That's why I was asking, is because that was the only thing that this reminded me of was the Mandrake route. And anyone who has seen Harry Potter knows how annoying those motherfuckers are. So take that into consideration before you watch this episode.
True. So the weird part about
This is just as annoying.
So the weird part here is Zordon starts telling like a backstory. Fuck. Leave me alone. Zordon starts telling like a backstory about how he found one many years ago. And he had to fight off Rita's putties to get it. And we see this transpire in the viewing globe. So I guess it's canon now. We never see his face. But we definitely see every other distinguishing feature of the mentor from Jew Ranger. So I guess that's just what Zordon looked like when he was not a tube. And he is able to use the singing of the squash to disable the putties. As this scene is playing out in the viewing globe, the Rangers all cover their ears from the awful singing. And Zach's like, I don't know what's worse, the putties or the fucking squash.
See my point?
I don't see your point, because I hate Harry Potter. And I have not seen most of it.
It's me literally just calling Harry Potter annoying.
I got it. Base. God damn it! Zordon's like, finding the squash is your only hope. You gotta do that. And Trini's like, it won't be easy. But they all look at their friends. And then they just punkily tell them to stop staring at them. Then the alarm goes off. And Zordon's like, oh no, Rita's released Terror Toad on Earth. He's gotta be stopped. Then we see him on the viewing globe. Punk, Kim, and Billy think he's pretty cool. But they also call him Ward
I agree with them.
He's pretty good. I do like Terror Toad.
I do, but
Zordon says that Terror Toad is Rita's most evil creation yet, and warns of his massive appetite. So our good Rangers morph. They go to face the Toad in battle. They attack with their blade blasters in blade mode, but they are easily intercepted and knocked away. Terror Toad just starts absolutely beating the shit out of them. He is winning handily. Then he shoots out an energy tongue at Trini, which turns her into Sam from Power Rangers SPD.
What?
And then Terror Toad eats her. Just consumes her. And then her little helmet portrait appears on his stomach. What do you mean, what, you motherfucker? Did you not get the joke? Is that really not?
No, I did not.
Too hard of a joke to get?
What you said because I remembered it. I remembered that bit.
So,
on another note, Kyoryuger copied this monster.
Good idea.
It is a really good idea, and it was also a way better monster in Kyoryuger because I like that design a lot more. But I love this monster design too.
Of course, the reason you love this monster design is because it has a fucking connection to Kyoryuger. It can't just be like, oh, there's a cool monster in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
See, here's the thing. I did not catch that when I first watched this episode, though.
Fair.
I only just now thought about that.
So Jason's like, he got Trini! Oh no! Oh fuck! And then Jason and Zach switch to blaster mode. They shoot at Terror Toad, but his big tummy deflects it, and the shots go back at them and knock them down. And then Zach's about to run right back in there, but Jason's like, no, stop. He's too powerful. We need a new plan. Then we head to the command center. Alpha's watching on the viewing globe. He's doing eyes about the situation at hand. And then he says, that Toad is a real terror, because I guess his sense of humor is similar to mine. Zordon informs Alpha that he has located a dimensional gap with a singing squash, and that he has to send Alpha there to get it, since Jason and Zach are busy fighting. And then Alpha's like, why me? And Zordon's like, well, Kim and Billy are of no use right now. Have a look. And they're just like being punkers and being silly. And then Alpha's like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. I gotta go. And Kim's like, when are we gonna get out of here? Oh my god. And then Alpha's just like, aye, and then he teleports away. Billy and Zach start yelling at Billy and Zach. What the fuck?
Billy's not there.
Billy and Kim.
Wait, oh.
No, I was talking about the punks. I
Okay.
accidentally wrote Zach instead of Kim. Billy and Kim yell at Zordon punkily,
Punk Zach would be great.
it would be pretty good.
I wish we got that too. Why'd they? I know it's because of Zoo Ranger footage, but like, why couldn't we have gotten Punk Zach too?
because of G Ranger
Like
footage.
have Zach get, huh?
No. Keep going. I was just trying to proceed through my notes because I figured you were done with your silly point, but please
No,
expand
like
on it far past its logical conclusion.
no, like have Zach take the thing and then somehow escape without the other two, and the other two are stuck there. But then he does something stupid trying to fight the Toad and gets captured.
Fair.
Like, you gotta admit, that'd been fucking cool. And then they deal with Punk Zach later.
Maybe, but like, it would kind of be shoehorned in. They
It
did what
would, but
they did what they had to do with the G Ranger footage. But anyway,
I know.
Zordon's just like, you will be released when the mission is successful. Then we cut to Alpha. He's in a weird purple, smoky dimensional gap. He's like, oh, there's the squats. This is gonna be easy. But then he gets jumped by putties. And then Alpha activates his internal defenses, which just electrocute the putties when they try to touch him and knock him down. This disables the putties pretty fucking handily. Alpha's secretly
Why is this not
based.
used in fights more?
I don't know.
Like, that would have been really useful in the final episode of Mighty Morphin.
How?
Alpha just
Explain to
walked,
me
or
how.
because Alpha was in the command center. If he'd have just like walked up behind the other or the two that intruded there, and just tapped them on the shoulder, said "activate internal defenses."
Oh, for some reason, my brain just like did not even think about Alien Rangers, and I thought you were talking about Rangers in reverse. I was like, please explain to me how Alpha at all gets involved in the events of Rangers in reverse.
No, I was talking about when Goldar and Rito show up.
Yeah,
He just zaps them
that's Dog Day
motherfuckers.
Afternoon. That's the end of Alien Rangers. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought there was, for some reason, I was thinking there was another episode of Mighty Morphin, like right after that was just back to being Mighty Morphin.
No, it's still Alien Rangers.
Damn.
So anyway, he shocks the putties, and then he picks up the squash, which starts singing. The putties start covering their ears, and then they teleport away because they don't like that singing squash. Alpha goes to head back to the command center. He's like, I hope Jason and Zach are all right. You know, that's what Alpha do. Speaking of Jason and Zach, they still fight in the Terror Toad. Now they're using their power weapons, and Jason's like, let's double team them, and Zach is on board. They jump. Shut up! Shut up!
I know that wasn't
You're
intended
fucking
that
hopeless.
way. I didn't even catch that when I watched it the third time, but god damn it, the way you just said that.
So they jump in, they slash him, but they're still easily knocked away. They go
Let's double team him.
Oh my god, shut up! Stop pushing everything past its logical conclusion, damn it!
I'm not
sure would have
trying
gotten
to.
back to the notes.
I'm not trying to. I was still laughing. I didn't realize you'd gone back to the notes.
Open your ears, listen to the words that I'm saying. So they attack again. The result is generally the same. They're not doing very good. Then Terratoad does his magic tongue again, and he eats Zach. He says, Power Rangers are pretty tasty. It's not going well. Jason is distressed. Then Terratoad's like, don't worry, I have plenty of room left for you. Ha ha ha. And then Jason moves to attack him again, but then we cut right to the command center. And Zordon's like, Jason is in great danger. They have to drink the sap right now. And Alpha is mixing the sap into some glasses of water. And then he goes up to give it to our punker friends. He hands them their waters, and Kim's like, took you long enough to bring us a drink, buckethead. And Billy's like, the service around here stinks, which I like. It's a very good line. Alpha turns off the force field just as Billy and Kim drink. And now they are no longer punks. They have been depunked. They're still in their punk outfits, obviously, because it'd be stupid if drinking the potion changed their outfits. But they're no longer punks. Kim greets Alpha, and then she looks down and sees what she's wearing, and she's like, "Ew, what the fuck? How did this happen?" Billy is also distressed by his outfit. Then they catch a sight of the viewing globe, and they run to look at it. They see that Jason is in trouble. And they're like, "What's going on?" And Kim's like, "Who's he fighting?" And then they see Terror Toad, and they're like, "Ew." And Zordon's like, "The only way to defeat the Toad is to remove his horn and look for his weak spot below his neck." Hey Zordon! Hey Zordon of Eltar! I got a little question for you. I got a little query for you. Just real quick, just for the record. Why didn't you tell Jason, Zach, and Trini that before they left?
I don't think he was done analyzing this foe yet.
Sure, I will accept your terms, but it feels really weird that he's just like, "Yes, this is how you beat him," and they never addressed that Zordon did not say that to Jason, Zach, and Trini, and why he didn't. So Zordon's like, "You gotta help Jason before he gets eaten. May the power protect you." And then Kim and Billy do a little handshake, and they're like, and then they do the morph, which, fun fact, they do call the morphin time in unison, which is cute. Also,
I only remember Kimberly saying that, but okay.
No, they do both say it.
Okay, I believe you. I'm not gonna argue.
Which I don't know if this happens much in the series. I remember I got gaslit by just watching a morph compilation where Jason and Tommy do this. At some point, I mean Jason and Nondescript Man in Green. I'm sorry, no, never mind. But
Nondescript Man in Green.
Nondescript Man in Green. They also do a unison morph call, which I had seen on YouTube, and I thought it was like a triumphant, like we got to do a teamwork moment. But then when I was watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I realized what it actually was. It's from the episode where they get a spell put on them that makes them hate each other. And then as they're gonna morph, Tommy's like, "I'm gonna say the thing," and Jason's like, "You better not say the thing," and then they both say the thing at the same time. So that I got gaslit, but this one is legitimately friendship. It's good. They flip onto the scene. Jason's like, "I'm glad to see you guys. Be careful though. He got Zach and Trini, and he's pretty bad." Then Terror Toad shoots some lasers at them, knocks them down. Billy and Kim are able to quickly recover from this, and they jump in with their blade blasters in blade mode and slash that horn right off. This makes Terror Toad greatly upset. He says they've made him hopping mad, which, fuck you, Terror Toad. No, shut up.
Fuck you, that pud is better. Keep the puds made in like 3 episodes. Yes, I love it.
I hate it.
I love it.
He says they'll pay, and then he shoots his real tongue out at Jason and eats him. Now Jason is 8 as well. But Kim spots that weak spot, and he's like, "Hey, Billy, look, the weak spot." Terror Toad approaches them menacingly, and Billy's like, "I can get him with my blade blaster if we switch our latitude and longitude." That's not what he says, but he says something geeky, and then Kim's like, "You mean change positions?" And Billy's like, "Yeah, that." So they switch positions, but it does not work as Billy intends, and Terror Toad tackles them and knocks them over. But then Billy gets up, he moves to attack, and Kim's like, "No, wait!" Billy does not know wait, and then he gets 8 as well. So now Kim is the last Power Ranger, guys. The other 4 Power Rangers are dead. They've been consumed by a toad. This is now an Amy Jo Johnson solo hero series. Truly a tragic tale for the other 4 Power Rangers.
And it stays that way for the rest of the entirety of Power Rangers. There are no other ones. It's only Amy Jo Johnson.
No, yeah, every Power Ranger series is just Amy Jo Johnson.
And it's just a Pink Ranger.
So Kim's gonna get him with her power bow, but then surprise, she gets pushed over by Babu. Which Kim is like, "Babu." She's obviously very frustrated that she just got by Babu because Babu is Babu and Babu sucks. Terror Toad and Babu approach her menacingly, but then Kim jumps up in the air. She hits Terror Toad in the weak spot with an arrow from her power bow, and that causes him to spit out the other Rangers, who are now back. And Terror Toad's like, "Oh, I'm mad. I'm upset about this that just happens." And the Rangers equip their power weapons, and they do the like synchronized shit talking where they're like one of them's like, "You better get out of here." The other one's like, "Yeah, because we're the Power Rangers." And then the other one's like, "We're gonna get you." You know that bit that they do. And then they
Yep.
all strike them with their weapons, and they're kicking ass now. They're killing them. And then Jason's like, "Kim, shoot your power bow. Get him with your power bow." And she does do that. We see the arrow in like a tracking shot as it flies across the forest set, and then it goes right into Terratote's mouth and explodes. This sequence is fucking sick. What an amazing
Yes,
way
it
to
is
finish.
very much so.
They were beating him up with their power weapons, and it's like, okay, time to finish it off. I'm like, okay, here comes the power blaster. But then Jason's like, Kim, do the thing. And I'm like, what? And then she does the thing. It's epic.
Yep.
So Babu gets the fuck out of there. He runs. He knows Kim is pissed that she almost got by Babu. So Babu's like, I'm getting out of here. Oh god. We cut to Rita. She just says she has a headache, and that's all we get. Then we cut to the juice bar, and Kim is doing gymnast stuff. And Crow, listen, okay, the punker outfit definitely good. The outfit she's wearing in this scene, bro, I died again. I died 3 times over. She looks, excuse my French, excuse my vile language. She looks so fucking hot in this scene. Oh my god.
Give me a second, because I do not know what scene you were talking about. Hold on.
You might not get it, but I get it. I know.
Hold on. Oh, this scene. Didn't even need a close up.
She's looking
Didn't
some
even need a
type of
close
way.
up of it. Bro, she did more to make me feel disappointed. You don't want to know what I search. No one does. Ever. We don't talk about it.
Was it Amy Jo Johnson nude? Like, what was it?
Nope. Not sharing that. Nope.
Amy Jo Johnson.
All I'm gonna say is there are several pictures now on my phone
Whoa, hey.
from this episode, but
Okay.
God
So
damn.
she's doing
God
gymnast
damn.
stuff. Trini is also doing gymnast stuff. Kim is helping her out. And Trini's like, I'm happy to have you and Billy back to normal. That's a good thing that happens. Then Jason points to the door. He's like, hey guys, check this out. Bulk and Skull have entered. Skull is gussied up. My boy cleans up nice.
Yes, you do.
He's got
Very
a tux
much.
on. He's ready to tear up the town. Which he puts his arm around Kim and asks if she's ready to go. Kim pushes
Real
him
quick, I
off
have a
with
question.
pure disgust and tells him to get his hands off of her.
Real quick, I have a
What's
question.
the question?
Can we talk about how fucking on it the costume designers were for this episode? Like,
Oh my god.
shit. Yeah. Bro. I love these costumes.
It's really good.
They're just really fucking good.
So Kim is disgusted. Skull is very confused. He's like, I thought we had a date. You want to go get frog legs? And then Bulk sprays some breath spray in his mouth and asks to make it a double date because Trini is the one that he likes. The girls are both grossed out. Billy steps to Bulk and he's like, Kim and Trini don't date Neanderthals. And then
Neanderthals.
Bulk's like, hey, wimp, you're not so tough anymore, huh? And Bulk's like, I'm going to show you how tough I am. So, to do that, they go to Ernie's indoor volleyball net, and Jason, Zach, and Billy play Bulk and Skull in a 3v2 volleyball game?
Yes.
Which seems weirdly unfair for the Power Rangers. I feel like Jason would have, like, sat out. Like, it feels weird character-wise that all 3 of them went up in this volleyball game. But anyway, Bulk and Skull suck. They fall into the net. Everybody laughs at them. They're like, we hate volleyball. And then everybody laughs at them more. And then, bum, episode end. So Crow Royalty. What an episode, huh? This is definitely if I'm instructed to think of an episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that takes place prior to Green with Evil, this is probably the one that pops in my head immediately. I'm like, oh,
Exactly.
Power Ranger Punks.
Exactly. So,
it's pretty cool. But let's talk about the
we
wrap
have
up
to go
questions.
through our questions
Yes.
first before we get to where we're putting it.
Let's say our
But
favorite
you know where I
character
want to put
in
it. I think I know where
3,
you want to put it.
2, 1. Kimberly. Yeah. We know.
If it wasn't for that first outfit or the punk outfit, bro, that last outfit.
Oh my God.
Like, I played you with that and shit earlier.
I know.
It is not a hard question at all to answer. Who's your favorite character in this episode is? It's Kimberly. There is no other correct answer.
Beyond me being a gross straight man, I will say that she performed very well in this episode. Obviously, the punk stuff was very charming. It was overacted, but in a fun way. And then Kim gets to kind of take charge at the end against the monster. She's the Lone Ranger. She's the last one standing, and she makes them spit her friends out. And then she finishes them off with that epic tracking arrow shot. So Kim, in all accounts, was rocking it this episode. So even whether we're talking about my proclivities towards Amy Jo Johnson or not, Kimberly did very good this episode.
The costume designers knew what the fuck they were doing. They were trying to make sure that this was every little boy's first crush.
And they were successful at that.
Yeah.
Anyway, favorite scene in this episode?
You're going to disagree with me, I think.
Okay. Hit me.
The final scene.
I mean, that's pretty good. I'm actually going to go to the opposite end of the spectrum and give it to the first scene.
Yeah, I saw that coming too.
Because, man, I love those kids.
I did.
They're just playing volleyball. They're just having a good time.
Man, I love those kids.
They're such good kids. But yeah, they're having a great time, and I like it. Now I feel like we are going to have maybe a disagreement here, Crow. Where do you want to put
3.
this?
It's at least number 3.
Number
but I want
3
to
is
put it
exactly what I was going to say.
But I want to put it at number 2.
I don't think it's better than Happy Birthday, Zach. I'm willing to put it above Food Fight for sure. Number 3 is acceptable, but I do not think it's better than Happy Birthday, Zach.
It might just be the fact that I
Listen, we cannot. We got to put our dicks away for the judging of this episode, okay?
Amy Jo Johnson, really good this episode.
True, very true,
very, very good.
I mean, apparently she looked good in Food Fight too, according to Mr. Kaplan, fingering her cake over there. Gross. But no, I think it's better than Food Fight, but I do think Happy Birthday Zach's a little better.
Maybe. But like the poodle thing still gets me to an extent, and that's part of
why. Then you know what? Happy Birthday Zach is a very good episode. Does also contain a lot of emotional trauma being caused to Zach Taylor that could have easily been avoided. So you know what? Fuck it. Coming in at number 2, Power Ranger Punk.
Yes.
It's definitely not better than Different Drums, but number 2.
No, definitely not. I agree with that. It's definitely not better. But number 2, baby.
True. So true. God, they've killed me today with Amy Jo Johnson.
They've killed me 5 times.
I wasn't right. You know, they showed me Punker Kimberly, and I'm like, I'm definitely feeling some type of way about this, but like, I can get over it. I can accept it. I can move on. Then post Punk Kimberly, they hit me with this. They hit me with fucking jean jacket, tight gymnast outfit, Kimberly looking all fucking. Oh my god!
I didn't realize she was wearing leggings when I first looked at that image.
God, bruh.
I thought she was just in her leotard for a minute. I was like, yeah.
What an episode.
What a way to end an episode.
And what a strong showing today. We got a new
Quite
number
possible.
2 and number 4, both top 5.
Yeah, that's very strong.
Although No Clowning Around is now number 5 because Power Ranger Punks is above it, so changed it. But still top 5 for both.
Yeah.
So what are we looking forward to next time? What are our next 2 episodes? I think we
Next
usually
week
kind of
we
say that.
have. Why is it just trying to give? Holy shit! That's episode 21. God. Next week is episode 22. The Spitflower.
Episode 22. Did we just time travel, Crow Royalty?
Apparently, because Power Rangers Punks is 21.
No, it's not.
Wait,
Question
hold
mark?
on. They have these fucking listed. No, the order of this got fucked. Hold on. Okay, I found it. Okay, it's episode 12. Okay. Somebody else apparently uploaded it, and they uploaded it with the wrong fucking episode on the thing and fucked it up. Okay, we're on episode 12. Episode 13, Peace, Love, and Woe, and then episode 14, Foul Play in the Sky.
Both of those episodes, I have clear memories of for particular reasons.
I think one of them is the Peace, Love, and Woe monster.
Yes, obviously that monster, who I will not name prematurely.
I don't know the name of that monster, but like monster design on point.
Yeah, and we'll see that next week. And then Foul Play in the Sky is a very fun episode. I remember that one.
I doubt we'll get a new number 1 until
we'll probably be getting a new number 1
at
in
least
2 weeks.
episode 17.
Of
3.
the podcast or of
Mighty
the
Morphin
Power Rangers? Okay.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We won't get a new favorite episode until at least episode 17.
We're
which
only
would
3
be
short weeks away from.
Yeah. Shit.
It's coming, guys. It's coming.
It's coming.
You gotta
Stronger
see it.
than before.
It's coming. You gotta see it.
Zio.
Yeah, so me and Crow started watching Zio last night.
Even at the store.
God, I love Zio.
Powered up or more. Just start singing like my little brother, who just starts saying random words from a song.
Fair and true. It almost feels like we didn't talk for that long. I wonder how long it's going to end up after we cut the silences.
There's no telling. Just so that everyone in our podcast is aware, before we get to the inevitability that is Zio, I used to not like the Zio theme song.
Used to? You've come around?
Used to. I did come around, like 2 months ago.
I thought you told me you didn't like it last night.
No, I said I used to not like it last night. It like I didn't like it for the longest time because it felt empty compared to other ones for some reason. I'm not sure why though. It just felt like there wasn't as much going on, and then the fucking I don't like the way that they say Zio in it still, but I like it beyond that at this point though. If that makes any sense.
I still have a frustration that you're still stuck on that.
Like the way they say Zio is weird. No, I'm talking about like at the very beginning and the very end, like the weird high pitched Zio.
I like that.
I don't. It feels weird.
I especially like it in Zio beginning where they just like whenever something weird happens, it's like Zio.
Yeah, and that just is kind of off-putting.
I like it. I think it's funny. But all right, gamers. I think that about wraps us up for this episode of Megazord Radio. Which probably had very little content in it, but it's okay.
Honestly, I'm sorry again.
Yeah, hopefully next time when Crow Royalty tells me he's ready, he'll actually be ready.
Hopefully next time I remember not to tell my family that I'm busy, because they leave me alone if I don't tell them.
It seems like the opposite of that should be true.
No, it's not. Anyway, Riely, where can our viewers find you?
Check out Linktree. It might be in the description. I don't remember if I put it in the description, but it's definitely at twitter.com/RielyTweets in the pinned tweet. It's my Linktree, linktr.ee/rielycinematicuniverse. It's got all my podcasts and YouTubes and all sorts of fancy shit. It's pretty cool. Particular shout out to the Issue Crew, which is a show that I do with 4 of my closest internet friends in various combinations each week. We talk about shit. It's pretty cool. Got a lot of political debates going on right now. That's kind of the era of the show we're in. Give it a look. It's pretty good.
Speaking of the Issue Crew, check out
Issue
Crew movie
Crew.
reviews.
More
we
like
have
the
Kubo
issue.
and the Two
More like the
Strings
issue
coming
false.
out at some point. Huh?
More like the issue false, because you said the issue true. So
I said the Issue Crew.
No, you definitely said the issue true.
Issue Crew. Anyway, since you said the Issue, or since you're talking about the Issue Crew, check out Issue Crew movie reviews. I'm on a decent amount of those, apparently.
Yeah, get ready for Issue Crew movie reviews episode that comes out this week. Better Call Saul season 2.
No, we're watching Kubo and the Two Fucking Strings, and I will kill you if we do not.
We'll have to see.
You can find me on Twitter at CrowRoyalty. Yeah, that's all you're getting. I'm not setting up other things.
Fair enough.
I might eventually set up a link tree with like brand specific accounts.
That's really annoying and stupid, and I don't know why you do
It
that.
is, so I'm sticking with Twitter.
I still don't know why you're like hiding your It's not. If you want to find Crow Royalty's personal Twitter, he does interact with me on my one full public account all the time. So he is very easy to find.
Yeah, it's not hard to find me, but I'm never going to admit that you found me.
Everybody follow Crow Royalty on Twitter at.
I will slap you.
I don't remember your at. So
if you say my actual at, I'm going to slap you. I will go change it again. Because I've changed it at least twice now.
Follow him at Funny Bird. This is real Twitter at.
Yeah, that's totally my Twitter.
Yeah. Who has the Twitter at Funny Bird? Somebody's got to have at Bird. Let me see who has this. Funny Bird at Funny Bird on Twitter. Joined April 2014 and only tweeted once. What a waste of a Funny Bird name. How dare it? Funny Bird.
That will be my Instagram name though. Because I will make an Instagram for the Megazord Radio podcast, and it will just be at Funny Bird. Yeah, make my Twitter at Funny Bird, or not my Twitter, my fucking Instagram.
All right,
I'm not setting that up tonight. Y'all can find that probably next week if y'all really want to look.
Someday,
y'all really want to look. Y'all can probably find it next week.
But all right, folks, we will see you. Next week,
maybe.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Wait.
Yes. Oh shit.
We're forgetting something. You're forgetting something. I didn't forget this time.
Until next time, we're Morphin out of here. It's Morphin time.